The night was quiet, yet the air felt heavy with emotion as Jimin sat in front of the camera, a soft light illuminating his features. It wasn't an official broadcast, nor was it part of a scheduled live. This was personal. He had told the staff he wanted to speak directly to fans, without edits, without scripts, just him and the people who had been by his side for years. His hands rested on his lap, fingers fidgeting slightly, as if holding back words that had been locked away for far too long. "Tonight, I just want to speak from my heart," he began, his voice soft but steady. "No music, no stage lights. Just me, and you." The live stream's chat exploded instantly, armies from every corner of the world flooding the screen with messages of love and curiosity. But Jimin's gaze didn't waver. He looked into the camera as though staring into the eyes of each person watching, as though this moment was meant for them alone. He took a breath, his lips trembling faintly before curving into a gentle smile. "Over the years, I've been blessed to meet so many people, to sing on stages I once could only dream of. But none of it would have been possible without the people who carried me when I couldn't carry myself. And there's someone I want to talk about tonight." The shift in his tone was subtle, yet undeniable. Fans leaned closer to their screens. His eyes softened in a way that felt different, like the way you look at a memory you treasure more than anything else. That person is Jungkook. The name alone sent the comments section into chaos. Thousands of hearts and shocked emojis poured in, but Jimin kept his focus. "You've seen us together on stage, in interviews, in little moments here and there. But what you haven't seen is how much he has been there for me when the cameras aren't rolling." His voice grew quieter, almost as if he was speaking to himself. "There was a time when I was struggling more than anyone knew. I didn't want to sing, didn't want to dance, didn't want to face anyone. And Jungkook, he didn't try to fix me with big words. He just stayed. He'd bring me food even when I said I wasn't hungry. He'd sit beside me without asking questions. Sometimes we'd talk about nothing, sometimes we wouldn't talk at all. But his presence reminded me that I wasn't alone." Jimin's eyes glistened, the reflection of the soft light dancing against unshed tears. "One night, I remember telling him, 'You don't have to do this.' And he just looked at me and said, 'Young, I'm not doing anything. I'm just here.' That was the moment I realized, love isn't always about grand gestures. Sometimes, it's just about staying." He paused, biting his lip as if deciding whether to continue. But the words came anyway. "I think a lot of people see Jungkook as strong, confident, always smiling. But what I see, is someone who gives without asking for anything in return. Someone who knows when to be loud, and when to be silent, and I will never forget how he saved me in ways I can't even explain." Fans were now openly expressing their emotions in the comments, some crying, some sending long paragraphs of gratitude, others simply typing "thank you" over and over again. Jimin chuckled softly through the heaviness in his chest. "We've had fights too, you know. Times when we didn't understand each other. But somehow, every time, we found our way back. Maybe because, we both know that no matter what happens, we'll always have each other's backs." He leaned closer to the camera, his voice turning almost into a whisper. "To ARMY, I want you to know that the love you give us, we also give to each other. You've made it possible for me to stand here today and say these things. Without you, without Jungkook, I wouldn't be the person I am." A deep breath. His hand ran through his hair, as though letting go of years of unspoken words. I guess what I'm trying to say is, I'm grateful to Jungkook for staying, to ARMY for believing, and to myself for not giving up. The moment hung in the air, timeless. It wasn't just a confession, it was a piece of Jimin's soul, offered freely to those who had walked with him through every high and low. And as he ended the live stream, whispering a final thank you, millions knew this wasn't something they would ever forget. It was more than a story. It was a reminder that love, whether between friends, family, or something deeper, is found in the quiet moments, in the act of staying when it's hardest to stay. This was Jimin's truth. And now, it belonged to all of them.